Alright, here we are logged into our TinkerCAD account. Remember, when you log in, you're going to click on Learn. Then we click on Lessons. And we click See All Lessons. The lesson we're going to be working on today is a duffle button. This is the lesson right here. Go ahead and click on that lesson. It says, in this lesson, you will learn to combine several simple shapes into a duffle button. So hover over duffle button, go over and click start. So duffle button. In this lesson, you will make a duffle button. This is similar to the basic button, but uses a longer shape to create the button. Let's get started. Step 1, number 1 says drag a box shape to the work plane. I'm going to come over here, left click on box, and drag it to the work plane. I now have my box into the work plane. Now what you can do is change your snap grid down here from 1.0 to 0.5 so things fit a little better into the orange guidelines. I'm going to click on next. Scale it smaller. Step 2, number 1. Scale it smaller to a height of 8 millimeters and a size diameter of 8 millimeters by 20. I'll click on my shape. I'm going to click on this white handle, hover over it and click it, and I'm changing that to 8 millimeters. So I press 8, enter. And diameter of 8 millimeters by 20. So that is already 20 on that side. So I'm changing this side to 8. Enter. There we have it. If your shape is not in the orange guidelines, if it's over here, just use the arrow keys to nudge it over. I'm going to click next. Drag a round roof shape to the work plane. So my round roof is right here. Left click and drag it to the work plane. Notice I zoomed in a little bit. It says this shape will be added to the end of the box shape. So this shape is going to go on the ends of our little red box. Scale this shape smaller to a height of 4 millimeters. My handle here, hover over it, click it. I'm pressing 4 millimeters, so 4. My diameter is going to be 8 millimeters by 8 millimeters. Click this handle here. 8. Enter. 8. There we go. And once again, if your shape is not in these orange guidelines, you can use the arrow keys to move it over. So press next. Rotate, step 5, number 1. Rotate the shape and place it at the end of the box shape. So I have to change my angle. Okay, so this shape needs to go in these orange guidelines. So I need to rotate it. I'm going to turn it that way first. And I'm going to rotate it this way. I'm just going to nudge it back a little bit. Then using this black little triangle thing here, click on it and raise it up. Now using my arrow keys, just going to nudge it over. Arrow keys, nudge it closer. You can nudge it over a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. It says copy and paste the round roof shape and rotate it so it will fit on the other end of the box shape. So this round roof shape needs to go on that end. So I'm going to copy and paste it. Control C, Control V. Notice my other shape is there. I'm going to nudge it over with the arrow keys. And then using the curved arrows, we are going to rotate it. Don't worry, mine isn't perfect, but it is close enough. There we go. Click next. Step 7, number 1 says drag a cylinder to the work plane and set it to be a hole. Go down to my cylinder. Here's my cylinder here. Left click and drag it. There. Notice it's the orange color, which means it's a solid. I'm clicking here to make it a hole. Next, step 8, number 1. Scale it smaller to a size diameter of 3 millimeters by 3 millimeters. I'll click on it, this handle here. 3, enter. 3, enter. Notice I have 2 orange guidelines there. So I'm going to copy and paste this shape. Control C, Control V. The arrow keys to nudge it over. I'm going to click here, and then I'm going to rotate it with the curved arrows. Rotate that one. And rotate this one. And this triangle right here, I'm going to use it to bring it down. This triangle, and bring this one down. There we go. Use this triangle to bring it back up. Yeah, I'm just nudge it forward. No worries, it doesn't have to be perfect. Do the same thing with this one. The black triangle, bring it up. And then bring it forward. Just trying to line this up the best I can. That works. Alright, now next. It says select all shapes and group them into a single object by clicking the group button. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to left click and drag my imaginary box over my shape. And I want to click here on the group button. Like I said, it's not perfect. See, it's a little uneven there, but that's fine. Close enough. Now we back over here. Click this drop down arrow. Change it from basic shapes to text and numbers. You're going to drag your name or initials to the work plane. Stand my letters up. There you go. That's pretty much it now. Raise my letters. There's my duffel button and my initials. Make sure you use the snipping tool to take a screenshot of your design and attach it to the assignment.